Okay, so I'm going to try to do the reading on the much anticipated deep dive, if I can, permitting circumstances, on humanity and what humans really are about, what we're made for, what is our purpose. I just want to see what we get. All right. So I'm using the Star Tarot deck again. This is a very economical deck. It goes for $20 US, thereabouts, plus shipping and handling probably some places. But it's a worthwhile deck, and it comes with a very nice book. All right. And the cards wear up to shuffling. Okay, so I'm asking the Most High, and I'm asking my ancestors and the source of all creation, the universe, what are human beings for? What were we made for? What is our purpose? What is our place in the universe? What is the place, if you will, the purpose of the human being in this universe, the Milky Way, on Earth? What is our human beings? What are we? What are we meant for? What is our role in existence? What is the role of human beings? What were we made for? Okay, I'm going to lay this out in a Celtic cross. Let's see what we get. So again, what is the role or the purpose, the design, the role of the human being in this world and in the universe, this Milky Way? As a creation, what are we here for? See what we get. Okay. I'm getting the first card of the Chariot, and it is a balanced use of will to move forward and to proceed with overcoming obstacles successfully and growth. Also, you notice that these are dark and light. This is about we're existing in a world that has shadow. It is not one or the other, but it's both. And we have to learn how to mitigate, how to balance so that we can progress forward, I believe, with our spiritual overall growth is what I'm getting from this. With the stars, this also leads me to believe that the Milky Way and our part as a creation. This also makes me feel like UFOs, I'm not going to lie, you all, and other life. Okay, that's very interesting. I like that first switch. I've had one heck of a day. Okay, now crossing. Look at that. We get the Tower. So this is something sudden. And these are challenges that can take us off guard. And what our challenge is to break down false ideologies, to break down false ways of living, and to become more real and more connected to who we really are. That's what I believe. The truth that we're spiritual beings. We have the dove of peace after being hit by a absolutely devastating lightning bolt that throws us off our balance and up in the air. These are the setbacks. These are those reset buttons that we get in life. Those hard lessons that, set us on our butts, kick our butts. And it can be trauma. But it's meant for us to let go of something that is outdated or not true, that we are old things that we need to let go of so we can move on. Just like this charioteer is using their will and balancing these opposing forces going in two different directions, the light and the dark. You have duality, and making their way through a world that contains both light and dark. And I think that's definitely true of our Earth School experience. Okay, and certainly we've all had, I think, a share of trauma here. But it's meant for us to grow. And I feel like it is kind of a quickening type of, we're not here for very long, really, in the truth. And I think it's a powerful, an earthly life is a powerful experience in dealing with certain lessons that we need to resolve or work on. And I think it's kind of the tower, because it gives us a chance to rebuild these lives that we live. And as a society, as a collective. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is the earth. And it's about nurturing. And it's about compassion. If it was not properly dignified, it would be about greed and covetousness. But I'm not getting that so far. I feel like that's Mother Earth. And she's our home for while we're in a body and on this planet. Okay? That's what I'm getting from that. And here's that Knight of Swords. This is, I feel like, the energy of a life, being born, coming into this world. It can be a bit of a slap in the face. It's a bit rough. And it's quick. There's so much. And now I think we're in a stage of, there's a quickening coming up where we have to really rebuild and change the way we've been. And this is like outmoded beliefs, ways of living, perceptions. It's like evolving. So we're definitely here to evolve. And the earth, I feel like, gives us a place to have these powerful, short, in the eyes of the universe, life experiences that bring wisdom back in. I believe that, honestly, every life that we live is like adding to a library of universe, of human, as where human lives are concerned, of information, of like we're a depository of information, each life. That life that you had, that I had, that we're having, puts information and wisdom of experience, I feel like, as the human collective, into record, so to speak. It moves us forward. And I think that that's what each life and as souls that we're doing. We're trying to, learn and grow. And here we have the Queen of Cups. This is the water to me. It's like the water of the earth. It's also spirit. And you notice we get feminine cards, supportive cards. Okay, let's see what's on the other side of this. Near future is the Star. We have so much hope yet. People that get too down, like Brian Laundrie, that thinks humanity is a big flush of the toilet bowl. I mean, honestly, maybe he just knew what he was and that he should have been flushed. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But this, to me, is why I will never say, there's times where I think human beings can be really crappy. But by and large, I can tell you from my own experience that I have seen more people respond with love and decency from all different backgrounds, that I've experienced. I've been shown that in my life. And it's made me realize that as much as you want to, talk bad about human beings, I'm seeing that most of us really do care. And some of us are just very misguided. And then some of us are jerks. But the majority, I have to say, care. And that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like there's hope. And there is hope. And we are meant to rise. We are meant to rise and raise our vibration. Those stars make me feel like we have a higher purpose than just this earth. But this earth is very important. We have lives beyond the earth in different realities. I'm starting to kind of open up and channel a little bit. But the earth is like a quickening experience. It's a powerful boost, I feel like, to reconstruct, rebuild where we needed to as a being, so we can move on. It gives us the chance, for a short period, in the eyes of the universe. Our lives are not very long here. Even if you were to live to be 100, it's really not that long in the eyes of the universe. Now, this is about peace. And this can also, as you know, be about a place of burial. But in this case, I'm getting peace. And coming to a place of peace and understanding, I feel like, of interconnectedness with those bears, the fish, the earth, the sky. Knowing your place. Knowing that you belong here. We're every much an animal, just as much as the bears and the little critters that we think, oh, look at those animals. And they're looking back at us and look at those human animals. The Queen of Wands. This is in the environment for us. Again, this is energy. And I feel like we're meant to thrive and be warm and extend our warmth, our radiance, our talents, our humor, our companionship. Yeah, I get all of that out of this card. I love this one. But I love ginger hair, so, And that I relate is black cat, panther. And that's the cross, the wheel, it's the cross of Bridget, or Briad, in Gaelic, I think. This is creativity. But it's meant that we're meant to be kindly stewards. We're not meant to be... Look at all these feminine cards now, you guys. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is interesting. Hopes and fears spot. We would have the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, another queen. I think we've got all the queens now. And this is in the hopes and fears. To me, this is spirit. And this is knowledge. And it has a purpose. And it's transformative. That makes sense to me. So these lifetimes that we go through, they're bumping our beings up if we grow, But it's about our free will. It's up to us. Look at that. I think that's reclaiming our power and remembering that we are not only interconnected with the earth, but the stars and to show as much love and understanding and compassion and helpfulness, but not to be a sucker either. Be strong, and be strong for those who are vulnerable. See, like a mother and a father lion to me. We got mommy lion here as far as I'm concerned with that Queen of Wands, and she's got the father lion there, right? And we have a Black Panther there. And we get all these motherly cards. We get all these sustaining cards. We get all these cards that are speaking of a feminine energy force. The earth, I feel like, does this. And I feel like if we looked at these four queens like as keepers of elements or directions, spiritual gatekeepers to, I think, our reality here, like protectors or something. I feel like that's Earth for sure. The stars, the water, the sun. You know, the Latvians traditionally believe the sun to be female and the moon to be male. But everything was with Latvians, everything was mother. There was death mother, there was earth mother, there was this mother, there was water mother. All that. So to me, I don't know if it's just trying to appeal to me through that way, because I do understand that way. That way makes kind of a lot of sense to me. This is something that I just read within the last year about my mother's, and mine, of course, too, heritage. But let's pull a few more cards and see what I get. I'll sit back and see if I can pull more through channeling. We're meant to gather wisdom. And we're meant to become old souls. And we're meant to share that wisdom with each other. And we're meant, these lives are journeys. They are various adventures on this earth. And again, to me, each life is like this new experience of creative spark where we can choose to a degree, what happens, and we take this information. Sorry if I wasn't holding those so you could see them. Trying to be better about that. It's where we take that information and we share that wisdom. And I think soon we'll understand a heck of a lot more, and I think we're going toward a lot of that about what happens when we pass. I think one day we will have that information. It won't seem to be quite such a mystery. I think maybe then we'll respect the earth more, and but we'll see. Let me just pull a few more cards. I'm just yakking away. That's my intuitive gut. Okay, and this is here we have the mirrored image. This is about introspection and being still and looking within. It is not acting. It is really breaking down and processing these lives, I believe, that we experience. And now here we get the first male card. And it's one of blocking. Could it be that it's saying, this is all based on feminine energy, and yet male energy here is resisting, not wanting to block this power. Definitely wanting to block the power of people reclaiming their power, and it doesn't matter how you identify. But here this feels like a very greedy, or like somebody that doesn't understand fully the full picture yet and is holding on tight, doesn't want to share or acknowledge. So that's what that looks like. I think we're beginning to in this era, confront also patriarchal, outdated human invention that they think it's been here forever. But no, just because it's old doesn't mean that you need to keep it. Some things you do keep, other things you don't, but lightning is striking this, and the divine is saying this is an outdated, and problem that needs to come down, and it's going to be dramatic. And these experiences are difficult. They're very, very challenging. Look at the tower crossing us, and we are the charioteers. It is our will, our free will, with these lives, to choose and have the experiences we go through, and to handle them as best we can, and to bring that information back to the universe, I believe, once we pass over. And it lifts our spirit up. I feel like it pops it up, It's like we level up a bit. And I feel like that's what we're doing here. But it's extremely challenging. But I like this. Eventually, we are going to, I think, be able to lighten up the heaviness of this world. Okay? And the part of that will be moderating the extremes that we have going on. The extremes, the black and white, the duality, one extreme or the other. And this is, blending and making a harmonious blend. See the angel? This is a holy angel, and I believe this could be, is it Raphael? Or I think it's Raphael. Isn't Raphael connected with the waters? I could be wrong. Could be Michael, but I don't think so. So I feel that we're meant to blend and get these extremes meted out. And we have been in an extreme cycle, I think, for thousands of years. But this point, it's just really, we're entering another peak, I feel like. But we're given these challenges, these lives. And I rather think it is, from what I've been always read, because I read off camera, you guys, not just on, is that we're contributing the wisdom of our lifetimes, each one of us, to a greater whole. It's like, that's what I think happens when I can go sit in a consciousness of somebody else. And I know it's not me, but I'm just kind of visiting their awareness and looking through their eyes, understanding how that this is making that person feel, why they might feel that way. All of a sudden you know all this. Now that I'm not going to say, hey, look at big shot me. No. That's the only reason I can feel any of that is because of spirit. And it has nothing to do with me, other than me being somewhat decent receiver as far as that goes. Maybe my antennas are just a little bit longer or more extended or a different shape. I don't know. But that's it. And, it's because I've paid attention to it and I've honored it. And if you do that, then you can start to connect better. So this struggle is then when we come across struggles, it's meant for us to stop, reevaluate, and reconsider what is for the best. Not just the best for ourselves, but for everyone. Especially when there are people fighting. People got to come together. They got to change their hearts. Look at that's a sacred heart there. Look at the horses. That's definitely spirit. Changing the way you live. Rethinking things, reevaluating where you're putting your energy and how you live. We're supposed to kind of wise up. And this feels like, again, like a fresh life when we come in with a fresh life. Princess of Pentacles. And the King of Cups. Now there's a masculine card. I feel like the masculine supporting the feminine here. It feels like this is connected. They feel connected. I get a positive feeling from this, like a healthier feeling. I think that it's working on the oceans and the waters and our environment, because when we clean up our water, the plastics, things like that, and clean up our oceans, I really believe we're going to see air improvement as well. And we can do that. We got to clean up that mess. And I see us working on that. It's just something that I just picked up. I remember some years ago I had a dream, and I was very young at the time, probably, but this is one of those that you never forget, and that's how you know it's one of those dreams. And I was like before I met my husband, I was like 18. And I hadn't long lived out here, and I didn't know as much as I do about the ocean now. And I didn't realize how dirty the oceans were. And I didn't realize it until I had a dream, and the oceans showed me how dirty they were, and I was aghast. And I remember then paying attention more to the news out here, because I had only lived out here by that time for maybe about a year and a half, or a year. And I then realized, oh my God, I was being shown that. So that came back to me just now, so that's why I brought that up, all right? I think that we are above all spiritual beings, but we are connected to this earth. We are meant to watch over and protect this earth. I got that message from ancestors that I was reading and asking them if they were okay with the work that I was doing so far. You know, I was kind of doing like, okay, guys, give me a review. How am I doing with the cold cases stuff? You know, is this okay? Because I do. I asked them. I want to know. If it's not good, I'll change it. And I got thumbs up, and then I got the message, and I kind of like got a shut my mouth moment. I got a moment of feeling like, you know, we may not be embodied, but we are very connected to the earth. We watch you guys. Now, I know our ancestors do, because I had a dream about ancestors, and they let me know. Oh, it was an awesome dream. But they let me know that they do watch us. They know what's going on. They know that we have drug problems. They don't want us to get involved in using and abusing drugs. They're very concerned about that. That was, in fact, one of the dreams that I had. And that was particularly to do also with indigenous ancestors. And they are not my ancestors by blood, but I was born on this land, so apparently I think they wanted me to, whatever, I got the message, and boy, when I saw that I was in their area, I was just like, oh, I don't know if you want me here, I'm white, you know, I better, you know, I don't know how I got here, but, you know, I'll leave. I don't mean to disrespect or nothing, you know, but they thought it was funny. And they're like, no, chill, you know, we got a message for you, and this was all telepathic. And this was about the concern for substance abuse and it causing so much death and the loss of culture. And that I should bring this up, so I do from time to time. I feel that we are meant to grow as beings, that we are not just human beings, but we are spiritual beings of this universe. And that we can go all over. We can go outside of this universe as well. When we don't have our bodies, we have a spiritual body. So that's what I'm getting for you all. Feel free to chat in the comments below and share with me what you may have picked up from that. I love it when you guys read along with me. If you happen to disagree, please don't say your reading is wrong. Okay, don't ever do that to anybody, because that makes me just want to go Leo and Mars on you. But I won't. I'll pull out my diplomacy here. But anyway, tell me what you think. And if you enjoy my content, thumbs up, please. I think it's exciting. I think we are interesting beings, and that we can be this animal, and we got spirit, and of course, like my kitty cat has a spirit. You know, your kitty cat, your dog has a spirit. You know it. I don't have to tell you. Somebody tell you that they're dumb, you'd probably like slap them across the face. So we bounce between the earth and other realms, many other realms. We play in a lot of places, and we're here to grow, and grow in our wisdom and our benevolence and understanding. And that's what each lifetime, I feel like, affords. I feel like, put our, information kind of in a greater collective. And if we want to go look up a lifetime, we can. And it lends to the overall wisdom of this planet, especially. I got to talk to you guys about a dream I had a long time ago, but that'll be for another day. Okay, maybe that'll be for Sunday. I'll tease you with that, okay? All right. My prayers are up for you all. Please pray for my family. I have a member of my family that has some mental health issues, and I would appreciate prayers for them, and had a bit of a problem today. So please pray for them, and I'll keep their privacy. All right. I thank you so much for your time. My love to each and every one of you, no matter who you are, where you are, what day, what time you see this. Peace be with you always, and take care, and be good to yourself, and be a nice human. Thanks.